So I've caught up with veteran Austrian journalist Suzanne Scholl, who has reported extensively about Russia. Now, Suzanne, can you tell me a little bit about why an event like this is important for Ukraine at a time when it's at war with its neighbor Russia?
And just because it's at war with Russia, it's important that people all over the world comes here, writers from all over the world comes here and show their solidarity with Ukraine. And it's important to show that life goes on and goes on in the right direction in Ukraine.
Can you tell me a bit about how the conflict in Ukraine, if at all, has impacted the cultural sphere in Austria? Can you talk about that at all?
Very little, I have to say, because Ukraine isn't present in Austria. People even don't know exactly where Ukraine lies and what is it. People knew Soviet Union, and Ukraine was part of Soviet Union. So now, after the events at the Euromaidan, people started to know. But what they know now is about the war in Donbass, about Crimea, and very, very little about Ukraine, about not only Kyiv, but also Lviv, Odessa, and so on. So what is important at this event here is to say you are not alone. There are people in other countries who care about Ukraine and to come here, and we will try to tell our people that Ukraine isn't only Donbass and only Crimea, but it's also Kyiv and Lviv and every other town in this country.
Now, you have reported about Crimea. What kind of a message do you think that viewers across Europe need to understand about Crimea? Maybe a message that's getting distorted by Russian media. What do you think Europeans need to know about Crimea?
They need to know that Crimea was and has to be in some way an independent part of Ukraine, because there were so many ethnic groups living in Crimea who were victims of Stalin's politics, and afterwards in the time of Brezhnev as well. So Crimea has to be sort of neutral, but she has to be with Ukraine, because that what she was at the end of the Soviet Union, and you can't just change the world when you're angry because something is going not like you want it to, and that's what happened. Really, Putin was angry because they drove out Yanukovych, which was his man, and so he decided to take Crimea, and it was without any legal or other base. So that's the point.
Thank you very much, Suzanne.